EnglishTim here. This is the introduction to my Ultimate Fighting Guide series. So I will introduce what we're going to be covering on this guide, and hopefully you can give me some feedback as to those points that you think I need to focus on and those points that perhaps I've missed. So what we're going to be doing is looking at how do you go out, how do you hit players, how do you make sure that you win, basically. So there's a huge amount to cover as to whether or not you can get those wins in. So you can see in the background here, I'm just showing a kingdom raid that I did recently, just showing the attack of a city, which was a successful one. So what have I done here? What did I do before I started? So let's have a look and see what steps I think you need to take to make sure you really do nail it. So first up, this guide will cover the Lunar and Solar versions of the game. So the newer players will be on Solar generally, and the older players on Lunar. So hopefully this will be able to help everyone at whichever version of the game that they're playing. Now I will do my first main video will be sort of the days, the hours before you fight. Now there is an argument that you could start months beforehand and say it takes months to get your city up to speed for getting ready for a fight, and that's absolutely true. You can spend a huge amount of time getting gear and building your army. So that's something you should be doing anyway. I'm going to limit this to start just the day or two before at the most, and everything else you do as part of your prep, please check some of my older videos to check out what you can do otherwise. Now I'm then going to do a video which is sort of when you're literally about to go, what's the last few things you need to consider before you head off, so making sure you activate all your buffs and the like to get the best fighting that you can do. I'm then going to cover where to fight. Where's your battlefield? Are you going to go out and attack someone's city? Are you going to try and get them to attack your city? Are you going to attack a tile? Are you going after a castle? There's lots of different things you can do. KVK, you've got towers. Where are you going to fight? So how do you maximize your chances of getting the best result? Once you've decided where to fight, you need to scout first, check out what you're up against. So scouting is really important, and making sure you can read the reports correctly, and when to scout and how to use scouting for other means. You can actually use the scouting as a way to get people to react, to do things. So it's a powerful tool, and it's a double-edged sword as well. So if you scout the wrong player, it can be extremely painful. So yep, hopefully that's something we can cover in more detail later. Now, whilst you're attacking, you need to make sure what's going to happen to my city, how am I going to defend myself whilst I'm out attacking. So this that section 5, will cover how to defend yourself and make sure that you're safe when attacking other players. Then we've got sending your march, so how do you really set up for the optimal march for your specific army. So it's very easy to say this is the step-by-step to get the perfect march, and these are the heroes you should use, blah de blah. My personal opinion is I can't tell you what's your best heroes, but I can tell you how to find your best heroes. So we'll cover that later in the course. Actually, I'll come on to that in more detail later. Attack strategies. So you're there, you're not quite sure, do I go out and attack? Do I get them to attack me? Should I send fake attacks, dummy rallies? There's loads of different strategies that you can consider, so I'm going to take you through all of those. And this is one where you guys may well come up with more than I've got. So please do let me know any strategies you've got in the comments down below. There'll be some great advice, I'm sure, from you guys for things I can cover once I get to that stage. And then I'm going to do a breakdown for each of the different events. So there are loads of them. I'll just do a quick list here. If I'm missing any out and you want me to cover it, please do let me know. So gold events, Kingdom Raid, KVK, also known as Excalibur Invasion, Netherfall, Nether War, they're very, very similar, so hopefully I can cover them both at the same time. Dragon Dale, which is only in Solar currently, the Firelands, and then we've got, continuing the list, we've got Golem Marches, the Elder Dragon, Skeletal Mages, Dominion Castles, so a lot more PvE here rather than PvP, attacking Season Walls when you're in Sorolace, and the like. And then I want to go into a sort of more in depth, so this is something where I think it's going to be slightly off the course, but much more detail. So this will be how to focus on you personally. What's my best march? So I'm going to drill down into the nitty gritty and try and work out for every player. This is how you decide what your best march is, and as part of that I'll be going through a guide on how to test your heroes accurately and make sure you know who's your best. it's very easy to get that wrong. Actually, you might think, just send your best heroes into the Royal Arena. If you win, that's better than if you lost with the other ones. That actually won't work, especially if you've got some boosts, so if you've got some stats which are varying. So a lot of your heroes will have a percentage chance of doing X, and you may have critical marches and things like that, which will actually completely blur your numbers. So you need to try and make sure that you sort of identify those things that will mess up and give you an actual more reasonable idea on who is your best heroes. So that is what this course is going to cover. So hopefully you guys will be interested in seeing the results and following as I go along. As I say, I really look forward to getting some feedback on this to make sure that my course is really covering what you guys want me to cover. So do come back to me in the comments, let me know which bits you want me to focus on. If you want me to do anything ASAP, then that's absolutely fine. Now also, if you are enjoying my content, please do click that subscribe button. It does help support me in future development, and also if you are happy to click on that donate button, check out the description. Again, I'm looking to expand this channel. I just need to have more time to do it, and you guys can help support me. That is awesome, and I look forward to you joining me on the rest of this great course.
King of Avalon, play now.